Welcome back, everyone, to Adventures Media. I'm Mike, and today I'm going to be showing you my History Channel collection. There's quite a few things here. I'm also going to go through and unbox some of these. I'll really go into a little bit of depth, not too much. I'll show you what's in the collection. And first, we'll start with the founding of America. Look at that. All right. And these are just showing a 14 DVD set. All the discs are in here. I don't know if there's anything on the back that says exactly what each one is. But let's take these out and show you. So we have Benedict Arnold, The Crossing. We have Washington the Warrior, Ben Franklin. Let me go through here. Founding Fathers. Founding Brothers. Secrets of the Founding Fathers, Mysteries of the Freemasons. That could be interesting. The Revolution, and The Revolution Continued. So all of these DVDs are basically about all the Founding Fathers. Maybe that's a little redundant, but next we have Rome here. Rise and Fall of an Empire. It actually has a unique case to it. It opens like that, which is cool. There's a lot of artwork on the inside, if I can figure out how to hold this up. But there's all the DVDs. They're like on a stack here, clear. But we have the First Barbarian War, Spartacus, Julius Caesar, the Forest of Death, the Invasion of Britain, Dacian Wars, Rebellion and Betrayal. We have Wrath of the Gods, the Soldier's Emperor, and Constantine the Great. So, I haven't really watched this one yet. I did watch a little bit of the founding of America, the founding fathers and all that. That was pretty interesting. A lot of these are older, so they may not look visually appealing. However, the content in them is, I would say, evergreen. I'm sure it's good for however long, history is good for, which is almost forever. So we have ancient Greece, gods in battles. I have not opened this yet, so I might open it here for you guys to see. Hopefully, I have the strength and capabilities to open this without seeming like a nincompoop. But so ancient Greece, gods and battles, gods and goddesses, in search of history, the Greek gods, in search of history, oracle at Delphi, last stand of the 300, decisive battles, marathon, decisive battles, Thermopylae? I'm not sure how you say that. Troy, the Passion of Helen, battles BC, Judgment Day at Marathon, battles BC, Alexander, Lord of War. So I was able to finally get the plastic off of here. I feel like I'm incapable to do anything if I can't get the plastic off, But some of these discs I have not opened yet. Haven't gotten to watching them, but I wanted to be able to show you guys, so I might just open them on here and show you what's inside. I mean, I wonder how long these have been sitting unopened, which is actually quite crazy. Look at that, the old DVD sticker on the top. Okay, we'll open that. It looks like we have a little spindle in the middle there for each disc. It's a lot of discs. But yeah, no other information inside, but we'll put that in here. Again, that's Ancient Greece Gods and Battles. I might actually watch this one in the future, or very shortly in the future, if I can get this back on here without ruining. There we go. Okay. So the next one we have is Rulers of the Ancient World. Sorry about the sticker there. Tyrants, Conquerors, and Heroes. This has 7 discs. And that actually opened much easier. So the hard plastic is a lot easier to open on these than some of the cellophane wrap on the other discs. Probably because of just the age that they are, you know. Oh. So for these discs, like I said, we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. We have Ancients Behaving Badly. Ancients. Is this all? Yeah. Okay. This is a continuation. Ancients Behaving Badly again. We have The True Story of Alexander the Great. Mysteries of the Bible, King David. And Poet Warrior, Herod the Great and Solomon. I don't know how well you can see that. Probably not very well because of the glare, but I'll try and show you. The focusing's weird on my camera. Constantine the Great, Julius Caesar, the Last Emperor, the Soldiers Emperor. It's a lot of different content on that one. We have the Story of Hannibal, Boudica, warrior queen, wife, mother, queen, and the leader of one of the most violent rebellions against Roman domination in British history. I don't know about that one. I don't think I've heard of that. Crassus, rich man, poor man. You know, maybe I should have looked at the names of some of these things before, because I feel like I can't even read. Hail Caesar, Ramses II. So that is probably a very interesting one. The Forbidden City, Dynasty, and Destiny for hundreds of years. The Queen Pharaoh, and The Secret Life of King Ramses II. So more King Ramses. So we'll put these back in here. Again, that's Rulers of the Ancient World. You know, for the cost of these, I got most of these from eBay. So if I recall correctly, I think most of them were less than $20. I don't think I paid more than $20 for any of these at all that I can even think of. So prehistoric megastorms. That is probably quite explanatory of what it actually is. I don't think I have to go into detail on that, but there's actually I think that's an old Walmart smiley face sticker on there, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I'm wrong with saying that. If I am, tell me in the comments. I'm not prone to feeling like I'm, well, I can get things wrong. Just trying to get this plastic off of here. These plastic things on these DVDs are crazy. It's just, some of it is so difficult. Oh. Got a lot of plastic here. And then we have the DVD sticker on the top. How's your guys' days going? Hopefully it's going pretty good. Mine's pretty good here. It's the weekend. Just trying to enjoy myself. So in here, we have all the discs. We have I don't know if you can read that. We have Hypercane, Mega Tsunami, Noah's Great Flood, and then Comet Storm. I don't know how well you can read that. Probably can't read that very well. Volcanic Winter, Prehistoric English Super Flood. Bonus Asteroid Apocalypse. Interesting. Might watch this one, maybe tonight or something. It's an easy watch. It's not too intense. We have Empires, which has a cool knight on the front. The decisive battles and great warriors of the ancient world. So we have, sorry, hold on. There. Had to put that out of the way. We have barbarians. Ancients behaving badly. I think this is probably the same thing as the other one that I had there. We have Rome, Rise and Fall of an Empire. We have Rome, Rise and Fall of an Empire. That's a continuation. Rome, Engineering an Empire. Egypt, Engineering an Empire. Engineering an Empire. Britain, Blood and Steel. The Persians. The Maya, Death Empire. Napoleon Steel Monster, the Byzantines, Da Vinci's World. So there is a lot of stuff on this one. And then we have Engineering and Empire Continued. We have Greece, Age of Alexander, the Aztecs, Carthage, China, and Russia. It seemed pretty interesting. But like I said, I got all these on eBay. Some of them were new, some of them were used. Surprisingly, when it comes to these History Channel DVDs, they're surprisingly affordable. At least when it comes to buying new, I almost can't tell a difference in terms of pricing, which is interesting. Maybe it's $1, maybe it's $2 on most stuff, but really it's quite surprising that the price range doesn't really change based on the quality, new versus used, which is interesting, versus, let's say, a regular Blu-ray for a movie or something. That'll be more, depending on the age of it, it could be like $5 or $6, or a difference of $3 to $4 if you include shipping. But to continue here, we have World War II, the Essential Collection. We have the 3 most renowned World War II documentaries ever made. We have The World at War, Victory at Sea, and The Century of Warfare. And I'll go ahead and take these out to show you here. It actually comes with a little, it looks like a game manual, but it's a pamphlet, I think, telling you what is on each disc here. Holy cow. Oh, there's a lot of information in here. I think these are all of the different episodes relating to the Victory at Sea, the World at War, all those. And then you have the Century of Warfare. Wow, look at that. Man, that's nuts. It looks like a menu for a restaurant, doesn't it? Wow. Okay. So we'll go through here. We have World War II, the Essential Collection, Century of Warfare, the Oriental Blitzkrieg, Jungle and Ocean, The War at Sea, Air War, Iron Curtain. We have Oriental Communism, Wars and Peace, Vietnam, War in the Middle East, Gulf War, and the Future. We have the Century of Warfare, the Violent Century, The World Goes to War, Blood and Mud, War of the Eagles, Battle Fleets and U-Boats, Aces high, war to end all wars. Enter the dictators. The war clouds gather. Blitzkrieg. Britain stands alone. Sand and sea war. Hitler turns east. The long road back. Normandy to the Rhine. The end in Europe. Oh, there are a lot of episodes on each one of these discs. We have Roman Renaissance, D-Day, Killers and the Killed, The Turkey Shoot, Two If by the Sea, Battle for Leyte Gulf, Return of the Allies, Full Fathom 5, The Fate of Europe, Target Suribachi, The Road to Mandalay, Suicide for Glory, Design for Peace. You know, some of these feel loose, but I think it's just the thing on the inside that came loose. Put that back. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's broken because there's no other thing in there, but it'll at least stay in there, I guess. We have Design for War. The Pacific boils over, sealing the breach. Midway is east. Mediterranean mosaic. Guadalcanal. Rings around Rabaul. Mare Nostrum. Sea and sand beneath the Southern Cross. Magnetic North. The conquest of Micronesia. Melanesian Nightmare. I don't know about that one. Wow. You know, some of these are like the the thickness of the cases are completely different from one to another, and also the amount of discs on the inside for each one of these. It's crazy. We have The Bomb, February to September 1945, Reckoning 1945 and After, Remember, bonus documentaries, Hitler's Germany, The People's Community 1933 to 1939, Hitler's Germany, Total War 1939 to 1945, The Two Deaths of Adolf Hitler, Secretary to Hitler, Warrior from War to Peace, The Final Solution Part 1, The Final Solution Part 2, Making the Series, a 30th Anniversary Retrospective, Experience of War. And the last one here, ooh, Lee, look at all those on there. We have a New Germany, Distant War, September 1939 to May 1940. France Falls, May to June 1940. Alone, May 1940 to May 1941. Barbarossa, June to December 1941. Banzai, Japan, 1931 to 1942. On Our Way, USA, 1939 to 1942. The Desert, North Africa, 1940 to 1943. Stalingrad, June 1942 to February 1943. Wolfpack, U-boats in the Atlantic, 1939 to 1944. Red Star, the Soviet Union, 1941 to 1943. Whirlwind bombing Germany, September 1939, April 1944. Tough Old Gut, Italy, November 1942, June 1944. It's a Lovely Day Tomorrow, Burma, 1942 to 1944. Home Fires, Britain, 1940 to 1944. Inside the Reich, Germany, 1940 to 1944. Mourning, June to August, 1944. Occupation, Holland, 1940 to 1944. Pincers, August 1944 to March 1945. Genocide, 1941 to 1945. Nemesis, Germany, February to May 1945. Japan, 1941 to 1945. Pacific, February 1942 to July 1945. Now, when it comes to World War II documentaries, in terms of whether it's episodes or an actual like full-length feature documentary, I mean, this is probably all you need. I don't know if there's really anything else, but I do have two separate World War II collections in here, I guess, which seems redundant, but you can never have enough history. The total runtime for this is almost 57 hours, which is mind blowing. Multiple days worth of content here. I don't know who's gonna sit down and watch all of this all at once like a marathon, but I mean, more power to you if you can. I don't know if I could sit for that long. But the next one here, we have the universe. I'm not sure if this is new, considering it came in this plastic bag. I don't think it is. I don't think it's new. I think they just put it in there for packaging purposes. But I could be wrong. I haven't opened this yet. Let's see here. We have, whoa, look at that. Isn't that cool? I like that. The Universe to complete season 1, The Universe to complete season 2, The Planets, and How the Earth was Made. Wow. Look at this. Whoa. Boop. I gotta figure out the framing here. I feel like I'm, uh-oh, hitting stuff, breaking stuff here. But look at this. Isn't that crazy? It's huge. Maybe it's new. I still can't tell. I mean, it feels new. It doesn't feel like anybody touched it. But I might check this out. This does seem quite interesting. This is about 34 hours of runtime. You got about 14 discs in here, so a lot of content. This would probably be a good Sunday afternoon, watch, whether it be for like an hour or two or something, just to put on something to stimulate your mind, see if you can learn something or not. We have Decoding the Past, which was one of the more interesting pickups that I have here. We have the Bermuda Triangle, the Garden of Eden, the Shroud of Turin. Some of the greatest mysteries of life will be examined in history classics, decoding the past to separate fact from fiction once and for all. It's crazy. Wow. So what else do we have on here? We have Nazi Prophecies, The Real Sorcerer's Stone, Secrets of the Dollar Bill, Secrets of the Playing Card, The Spear of Christ as well. This has about 6 hours of runtime, so I would probably put this in this. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't put this in the same category as Ancient Aliens, but some of the content goes back and forth in terms of the theories that they put out there. So this is a good pickup if anybody wants something interesting to watch. And it's not too intense, it's something easy that you can put on in the background. So the next one here is what I was telling you about earlier, the History Channel Ultimate Collection World War II. I love the images of warfare on this one. I think it's a beautiful set. It even tells you what's inside here. We have World War II, the War in Europe, World War II, the War in the Pacific, Biography, General Douglas MacArthur, Return of a Legend, Okinawa, The Final Battle, Empires of Industry, Warplanes of World War II, Nuremberg, Tyranny on Trial, Great Blunders of World War II. So, maybe the content is a little different from the last one with what I was saying, but what do we got here? We have this one, The German Blunder at Dunkirk. We have, oh geez, you can't read that. I can't. My light. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you that because it's so white. Let's try that. Is that a little better or worse? think that's worse. You're not going to be able to read that. Hitler's declaration of war on the U.S., the pilot who bombed London, Hitler's flying blunders. And inside here, it's just a disc. I like the disc. I like the red color. That's pretty cool. We have Japan's mistakes at Midway, the failure of the kamikaze, death at Stalingrad, Operation Sea Lion. The British were in the wake of the British Army's flight from France, the British were all but beaten, but a Nazi invasion of England was inexplicably postponed, diverting certain triumph and ultimately leading to the Allied victory. So Operation Sea Lion. I don't know if I remember hearing about that one, but it's interesting. Island hopping, the road back. Jungle warfare, New Guinea to Burma. Air war in the Pacific. And the bloody ridges of Palayalut. I'm not going to try that again. But I think you might understand what I'm saying. This is the General Douglas MacArthur biography. That could be interesting. It's got a picture of him there. Kind of see him. We have The Return to the Philippines, Okinawa, The Last Battle, Admiral William Bull Halsey, Naval Warrior. I like that there's a picture on each one of these on the back. It adds a little something to it. And also on the spine as well of the, I don't know if you can see that there, but they included a picture that's on the back here on the spine, which is actually pretty cool. I guess when you're displaying it to make it easier to tell what you're looking for. Nuremberg, Tyranny on Trial. This is probably a heavy one. But it's less than an hour, so that's interesting. We have Pursuit to the Rhine, the Bomber Offensive, Air War in Europe, the Battle of the Bulge, the Battle of Germany. Got a soldier there. It's hard for me to tell. Let's see, a German soldier. It's hard for me to tell based off that picture. We have World War II warplanes. Interesting. Got a bunch of different warplanes there. It's pretty cool. We have Okinawa, the Final Battle. And we got a guy aiming his weapon. And then this is World War II, the War in Europe, Part 1. The Greatest Conflict, North Africa, the Desert War. The Beachhead at Anzio. D-Day, the Normandy invasion. Then we got some soldiers and a tank there. I don't know if you can see that. We'll put these back in here. But yeah, like I said, I thought the content was going to be exactly the same when I bought these. It was kind of hard when I was looking at it on eBay as to whether or not it was different content or the same content. But it looks like there's different content. So you'll have plenty of stuff to watch, plenty of stuff to look at. Now, for the next one here, don't know if I gave it away when I went to reach for it, but this is probably one of my favorites that I picked up from eBay when it comes to the History Channel, and that is the Ancient Aliens 10th Anniversary Edition. This one I know definitely for sure. I think I paid a lot more than the other ones to get this, but I think it's well worth it. They have every season up to season 10 here. 135 episodes, which is crazy. It's a lot of episodes. I will say the quality of these towards the beginning, like season 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe up to 5. The quality is a little rough, but if you're just listening to the episodes, it's fine. They look okay, but this is what they all look like inside. I'm not the biggest fan of this because I feel like it probably will end up scratching a lot easier. And, there's a part of me that really wants to get some kind of like actual case for these, and then just print out artwork and do that, so I don't have to worry about losing a disc, because it feels like it's just loose discs in here. There's really not much that I can do, but yeah, I really enjoy this. I've watched a couple of these seasons already. It's really good to put on before you go to sleep, or when you wake up on the weekend or something. The total runtime for this is 120 hours. That's crazy. You're almost getting a full week's worth of content here. And I like this stuff. It's fun to ponder, to think about. You never really know. But I like it. The next one here is Egypt Uncovered. Their most enduring secrets revealed. This isn't really History Channel. It's Discovery Channel. However, when it comes to the content, it does feel pretty similar, so. We have in here, let me just read through. We have Chaos and Kings, Pyramid the Resurrection Machine. We have Age of Gold. We have Deities and Demons, and Mummies into the Afterlife. So it tells you everything that's in here. This is like a fold out. It's got some artwork in there. I gotta really fix my lighting. It's annoying me. But there's all the discs. Okay. I'm gonna try and sit here and fix all those discs, because I have like some kind of OCD, but there's that. And then we have my last one here, and probably the one that I've watched the most of, and the one that I think I enjoy the most is The American Civil War by the History Channel here. This has a lot of discs. Does it say how many? 14 discs. We have color and black and white. Like a lot of these also, when it comes to, if we're talking like historical events or anything like that, when it comes to the discs, a lot of them have where it is black and white and color. So I think you can choose whether or not how to view that, how to view the content, whether in color or in black and white. We have a Civil War journal here. Let me make sure that's that's sort of in focus there. Civil War journal Stonewall Jackson. Civil War journal Sherman and the March to the Sea. And then that's it for that one. For this one, we have the Civil War Journal West Point Classmates, Civil War Enemies, Civil War Journal Robert E. Lee. And a lot of these are journals of either different generals within the Civil War, but they also are from, people who were in some of these battles as well, like the Battle of the First Bull Run, and then the 54th Massachusetts. We have John Brown's War, Destiny at Fort Sumter. We have Civil War Combat, the Wheat Field at Gettysburg. Very bloody battle. The Tragedy at Cold Harbor. We have the Hornet's Nest at Shiloh, the Bloody Lane at Antietam, the Hunt for John Wilkes Booth. I'll show you the inside here. That's what the disc looks like. I do kind of like these small cases. The Sherman's March. Investigating History, Lincoln, Man or Myth. Man, Moment, Machine, Lincoln and the Flying Spying Machine, Conspiracy, Lincoln Assassination, High Tech Lincoln. Lincoln, again. Tales of the Gun, Guns of the Civil War, 80 Acres of Hell. From 1862 to 1865, Confederate soldiers passed through Camp Douglas, a POW camp in Chicago. That could be interesting. Secret Missions of the Civil War, The Lost Battle of the Civil War. Battlefield Detectives, The Civil War, Antietam. Battlefield Detectives, The Civil War, Gettysburg. Battlefield Detectives, The Civil War, Shiloh. And then we have The Most Daring Mission of the Civil War and April 1865. And that is all of the History Channel documentaries that I have. I might be picking up more in the future. If you guys like this content, I'll do some more pickups and some more unboxings to show you the collection if I end up getting more. But I want to thank you for watching Adventurous Media. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.